Welcome to the short tutorial of the new Rapid Intake Visual Layout page. The Visual Layout page is an exciting page because it allows you to directly position your media, including images, audio files, video files, SWF files, right within the page where you want them without having to fill out a form. Now to get the visual page, I either need to create a new course or go into an existing course. Now by clicking on Build and Modify the Course, it'll take me to the course authoring part of Unison. And if this was a new course, then I can just go ahead and start building a page. However, if this is an existing course, meaning that you've already been working on this course previously from September 26, 2011, then that means you would actually have to update your style files. To update your style files, you click on Edit Course Setting, and then come down to the step number 2 and click on Update Style Files, and then click on this Update Course. That will make sure that you have the visual layout page in your course. Otherwise, if you preview the course, you may not see your visual layout page. It may just be a blank page. If this is once you've done that, or if this is a new course, the next step is to just click on Add a Page. Now you'll have a new category in the Categories section called the Visual Layout page. To add the visual layout page, you just select that and then click on Add Selected Page. What happens in the visual layout page is it's different than other pages that you may already be familiar with. It does give you some instructions, and you still do have your advanced page settings that you can add a narration and also link ID. However, for the visual layout page, to build it, you actually have to click on this Launch Editor button. Now by clicking on the Launch Editor button, it'll take you to the new layout page. Now there's a couple things that I want to introduce to you in this layout page. The first thing is this white area. Now this white area, you'll notice over on the right hand side that we kind of have a two-tone color. One is white and the other one is gray. The white area is the actual size of the page for the style that you're using. So you don't have to figure that out. Is this going to fit, or is, what size do I need to make this? It will actually be the size of your, depending on your player. And so that's pretty much it. All I have to do is go in here and start adding my media. Over on the left hand side, I have different types of media that I can add. We have add text, add image, add a flash movie, add a video, add an audio clip, add a note, or add background audio. We also have our zoom in and zoom outs if you want to zoom in at a certain part or zoom out at a certain part of the page. We also have the arrange settings to bring to front, to bring forward, to send backward, or to bring or send all the way to the back. Because you're going to be adding different layers and your media is going to be on different layers, these may be helpful tools to be able to send to the very back of a layered image or something like that. Now to start adding some media, all I have to do is click on one of these buttons. Now it pulls up the form that I'm already familiar with, especially in the text here. If I want to add some text, I just simply type in some text. I can override the default settings, I can add bullet points, I can do my spell checker that I've already been using inside of the forms. But once I'm done with this, all I have to do is click on Add Text. Now what it does is it actually positions that text right in the middle of the visual layout page, and then I can just drag and drop that positioning or that text wherever I want. It also, on the right hand side, adds a layer over on here where I can see this purple T. That means that it's a text layer. Well, I can add more than just text. Now I can come over here, or I can add another text field. If I wanted to add another text field, and then click on Add Text, and now I have two text fields. If I wanted to add columns, I can do that. I can have more than just a couple lines. I can have a whole paragraph or a couple paragraphs. I can wrap my text around different images if needed. You'll notice on the layers side that it actually added another text field. That's because right now they're stacked, and I can't really tell here, but I can drag it below and drag it above without having to use these tools over on the left hand side. However, let's now go ahead and add an image. Well, the image pulls up with this browse icon that I've already seen within other forms. However, now I have a transparency that I can actually add. So by clicking on the browse icon, it pulls up the media manager. I can find an image that I want to use. I can search for an image, pull it up by tags, just like I can already do inside of my media manager. And then all I have to do is click on Insert Selected, and then click on Add Image. Now it adds the image inside of my inside of my visual layout page, and I can just directly position that image wherever I want. So now over on the left hand side, you'll notice that there's an image icon and it's above my text. However, if I want my text, right now if I go ahead and I drag my text, it'll go below my image. If I want my image to be on the very back, or I want the text to be above the image, all I have to do is come over here and drag my image icon below the text. And now that text, I can go change the color so it stands out a little bit more, but now I can position that text over my image, which before this I wasn't able to do. If I hold the shift icon, I can select both of them and move both of them at the same time as well. Okay, so now I can go ahead and start adding more images. Let's go ahead and add one more image. And I can position that image wherever I want as well. You'll notice that that one also gets covered up, or covers up the text. So let's go ahead and drag that one down, and now that text is above there. Not only that, can I add images and multiple images, but I can also add flash movies. I can also add a video. Let's go ahead and add a video. So I'm going to click on the browse icon, and let's go ahead and find one here. Just going to add this video here and click on add video. Now it actually adds the video to my visual layout page. I can also resize my video. I can hit play to make sure it's the right video. But I have full control over where that video actually gets played. If I hit the delete button, it'll delete the video. I have an undo up on the top here, so if I needed to, I can undo that. But I can just go ahead and just hit the delete button to delete it as well. If I needed to change out an image or change the transparency on an image, all I have to do is double click on it. By double clicking on it, it'll bring up the controls again, and then I can go ahead and just change out the image if needed or change the transparency, and it will update the image. I can do the same thing with text. By double clicking on the text, it'll bring up my text editor, and now I can go ahead and add some text there. And so now from here I can go ahead and click on add audio clip or add notes as well, or add background audio. The background audio will actually be controlled by the scrubber down at the bottom. So if you want audio to be controlled by the scrubber down at the bottom, you would actually click on add background audio. Otherwise, you can click on add audio clip, and the learner would actually have to click on the audio in order for it to start playing. Well, that's how I go ahead and I lay out my page here. I can change the layout settings if I wanted to lock rotate, lock scale, scale from the center, grid size as well if I wanted to change the grid or view a grid. And once I'm done, I just hit save current page. Now I can always go back in and click on launch editor and change out whatever I needed to there. However, let's go ahead and preview this to see what it looks like. So I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to see preview the whole course. It's going to launch my course, and there's my visual layout page. So now I have my page inside of this course laid out exactly how I wanted to, without having to fill out forms and having full control over what it looks like. And now I can start adding more pages inside of my course. And so if I wanted another visual layout page, click on add a page, visual layout page, and come down and build a new page.